today's a bonus video. So far, I've said that I'm gonna make one video per week, but this week, Apple AirPods 2.0 were released, and because I made a video for 1.0 or first generation AirPods, a ton of people hit me up saying, what's the deal with AirPods 2.0? Are they worth it? And should I upgrade? Now, in my first AirPods video, I referred to them as the worst headphones that I love. And I kind of listed out some pros and cons. I made the mistake of listing out the cons first, and people lit me up in the comments for it. Apple fanboys are hilarious. I like Apple as much as the next guy, but there's still things that need improvement. Since making the first AirPods video, the AirPods have gone on to become the world's most popular wireless headphones. So first off, let's go over what Apple is saying about version 2.0 and how they're pitching it. Their tagline for AirPods 2.0 is more magical than ever. Apple loves using the word magic. The first thing Apple is talking about is the batteries in the new AirPods. They give you an additional 1.5 times the talk time. So in version 1 AirPods, you got 2 hours of talk time. In version 2 AirPods, you get 3 hours of talk time. And the same 24-hour battery life by popping them back into the case, you get 24 hours total battery life out of them. The first version, you got 24 hours with the case. The second version, you get 24 hours with the case, but you get more talk time on the second version before you have to throw them back in the case. The next feature that Apple's talking a lot about is the voice-activated Siri. So just like on your iPhone, how you can have her always listening, so that if you just say, I don't wanna make your devices go off. If you say, you know, then it pops up. With version 2 AirPods, that is now built into your AirPods. So if you have it turned on in your iPhone, it now also works while your AirPods are in. So without touching anything, you can just say, and she'll pop up. In version 1, you had to double tap one of the earbuds and then she'd come up. So if this is too much for you, then version 2, it's gonna be great. The next thing big with version 2 is a wireless charging case. So now with any Qi certified charging mat, you can just pop them on there and they'll start charging. But mind you, they charge much slower than if you plug it in. So again, if the extra step of plugging in your AirPods is too much for you, then version 2 is for you. I keep a pop socket on my phone because I used to think they were dorky, and then I started using one and I realized they're amazing. So I can't use wireless charging on my phone, and I never have, again, because it's significantly slower than just plugging it in. All right, next up from Apple is the H1 chip built into the headphones. Now, the H1 chip is one thing that sounds kind of interesting. With the H1 chip, it's gonna give you faster pairing times, again, by 1.5 times, which pairing with these guys it takes like maybe a second, 2 seconds max. If it's 1 times faster, it might save you like a half a second, or maybe a second. I don't know. If that second is important to you, AirPods 2.0 are for you. The one thing about the H1 chip that intrigues me is that it says that with the H1 chip built in, they will be better at switching between devices. So you can have your AirPods hooked up to your phone and your Mac, and they switch better, which version 1 do not switch very well. So I never hook up version 1 to multiple devices. It just bugs me when it doesn't work. And the very last thing that Apple is really pushing about the AirPods is that they now have Bluetooth 5.0. AirPods version 1 had Bluetooth 4.2, which was amazing, by the way. The range of version 1 AirPods is bananas. And while they're saying that the range of version 2 is even better because of Bluetooth 5.0, in every test that I've seen someone do it, they're no different. And now let's talk price. The price of the AirPods is the same, but if you want AirPods 2.0 with a wireless charging case, it's gonna cost you $199. If you want to upgrade your AirPods version 1 with just the wireless charging case, it's $79. And again, if you just want the AirPods 2.0 in a normal case that doesn't wirelessly charge, it's the same $159 as version 1. So from all that with Apple saying what's new, what's the same? Pretty much everything else. They look exactly the same as version 1. They sound exactly the same as version 1. They fit exactly the same as version 1. The LED charging light on version 1 has now moved to the outside, and the button on the back has moved up a little bit. That's it. In fact, this entire video, I've been wearing my version 1s, but you can't tell because there's no difference. And I think that's my takeaway. My takeaway is, for those of you looking to upgrade from version 1, I don't think it's worth it. Unless wireless charging is super important to you and you're okay with the fact that while they wirelessly charge, they charge slower. Now, if you don't have any AirPods, then it makes sense to get version 2 just for that H1 chip. Maybe the Bluetooth 5.0 will have some additional features in the future because Bluetooth 5.0 does have some advantages over 4.2, but the AirPods don't seem to be taking advantage of those advantages just yet. And the very last thing I wanted to touch on was my pros and cons list from the first one, and they still have no way to change the volume. I really thought that they would put some sort of like touch slider on the outside so that you could kind of just go and turn the volume down. I think it'd be great. AirPods 3.0, Apple, think about it, it'd be cool. And then my other cons from the first video were really simple. The fit, it works for me. They fit great for me. They do not fall out of my ears, but for some people they don't fit, and there's no way to really adjust the fit or put tips on. If you put tips on there, which lots of people mentioned in the first video, then you can't put them in the case, and the case is one of the pros because it's so damn convenient. The other two cons that I mentioned in my first video were that there's black stuff that gets caught up in the inside because of the magnet, which the second one will have the exact same issue with getting dirty in there. And lastly was just kind of a comment towards wireless headphones in general, is that if you take them out of your ear and you don't pull out the case, you don't have anywhere to put them. Like they don't like hang on your neck or anything like that. I take back that con because I do always put them back in the case, and I have not lost these since I made that video. This is my very first pair, and yeah, I never lost them. I thought I'd lose them, and I didn't. Guys, I think that's it for this bonus video. I wanted to make it really quickly because I was already getting a ton of messages about AirPods 2.0. Again, these are not them. I haven't got my hands on them yet. Morgan said I should do a giveaway of a pair of 2.0s, but I went to the Apple store and they didn't have them. But if I get my hands on them, maybe I'll give them away. Subscribe, and maybe in one of my future videos, when I do get my hands on them, I'll give them to somebody because I like version 1. Version 1's good for me. Ooh, you're on video, look. Look, you're on video.
Still no baby.
Still no baby. Did you guys have a fun walk? They went for a walk. Here, Zoe, over here.
Yeah,
oh, geez.
Oh.